Hey guys, do you remember when I said this? I'll tell you, there's just not that much of a selection right now, so that's what I got. But I have missed going to the movie theater, and that's the reason why I'm seeing War with Grandpa tonight. Well, it kind of applies to tonight as well. I have no desire to see this movie. I'm going to go see An Honest Thief with Liam Neeson in it. I have no desire to see this movie, but I mean, what choice do I have? I want to go see a movie tonight, and there's not much out. I could go see an old movie. I could see Akira, which I have a mild interest in seeing on the big screen, but I've seen that so many times. And there's just movies that I've seen multiple times that I just don't want to pay big bucks for to see on the big screen. I mean, it would be cool, and I did it all the way throughout summer, but I'm not interested in it. So I'm interested in seeing a new movie, and this is the only new movie out right now, is Liam Neeson's Honest Thief. Here's the thing that I find really odd, is this man is probably in his 70s by now, and he's still doing action roles. I mean, he got really lucky with a movie that my ex-roommate hated, which was Taken. I loved that movie. I thought it was a great movie. And he was even kind of old in that movie. That was, like 15 years ago? Now he's up there in age, man, and I just don't see him being in these roles anymore. And I know they're writing reasons in there for him to be so old, but give the poor guy a break. Although we're also talking about Samuel L. Jackson signing up for not Netflix, but a Disney Plus original series, reprising his role as Nick Fury, and that guy's in the 70s too. So hey, whatever, man. The old man power. All right. So anyways, in just a few seconds, I'll be right back to let you know what I think about Honest Thief. All right, I'll see you in just a few seconds. Bye. All right, so I just got done watching the movie, obviously, and let's go ahead and talk a few minutes about Honest Thief. Okay, so I just want to go over the plot really quick before I get into what I liked and what I didn't like about the movie. Basically, Liam Neeson's playing a bank robber who has robbed, I think in the story, he robbed like 12 different banks in a span of like a few years. And he has accumulated essentially $9 million and has squirreled it away. He in the attempts of squirreling that money away, he sets roots in this one town, and just by accident meets this one woman who he falls madly in love with. And you can tell in the very few and short scenes that we were given, very convincingly conveys to the audience that, yes, this relationship is not only alive, but is very viable as well. So basically, he wants to come clean about his crimes so that he can further build this relationship with this one woman that he's fallen in love with. So he attempts to contact the FBI and gets involved with the wrong agents in the FBI who decide to take the money for themselves and pin it on him. Here's the thing. This movie, it's not the explosions and the high intensity action sequences in this movie that there's an absence of that. We're talking about an aged Liam Neeson. Like I said, I think he's in his 70s. And there are action sequences, and there are explosions in this, but I think it's kept to a minimum. This movie, the strengths of this movie are the relationships that are formed throughout the plot. That's exactly what this movie excels at, are very interesting characters that we don't have to particularly get all the information about with to becoming completely and totally invested in these characters. So I really enjoyed learning who these people were, and what was going to happen to him. And that's the other plus about this movie, was it was pretty unpredictable. I didn't know where this plot was going. Usually, when you get a simpler movie like this, you kind of know what was going to go on, but I didn't, and I was kind of kept on my edge of my seat, trying to figure out, and finally learning what was actually going to come out. I really liked the end of this movie too. I enjoyed the ending of it. I thought it was a very, very well thought out and real well written movie. The direction of it was not particularly anything stellar, but it was very serviceable, and and therefore, man, I didn't expect to like this movie. I expected this again to be kind of a placeholder so that we could just remind us that the theaters are open. But I really enjoyed it. Again, you're not looking at this for like a summer blockbuster. This is more of a slower movie. Even though it's an action movie, it was a slower movie. And if you're going into this movie to see really cool action sequences, I would definitely see something else. If you're looking to have kind of like a character study in different characters, then yeah, go ahead and watch this movie, because this movie really did excel at that. All right, so I'm done just blathering on and not making that much sense. I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie. There wasn't that much I didn't like about this movie. Was there things I didn't like about this movie? No. Here's the thing. I'm afraid to give it a numbered score, because I have a feeling that when I look it up on Rotten Tomatoes, people are going to prove me wrong, and then I'll read their comments and I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. But I didn't. I really did enjoy this movie. It was a slower movie, and that's its only drawback. I would go ahead and give it a 90%. I really did enjoy it. I could see it not being, other people's favorite movie. And it's not particularly my favorite movie, but it was one of my favorite movies recently. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 90. 90% is well earned as far as I'm concerned. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and just get moving on. Guys, again, I'm going to have to say that, I'm going to try to make this a regular thing. Maybe get some pleasant surprises in here, like this movie right here, because I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. So I'm going to try to make it back next week, but if not, I got to see the new trailer for Black Widow. It's coming out May 2021, so I got to look forward to that, but hopefully I'll be back before that to review a next movie. I don't know what's coming out, so whatever is coming out next week, I guess I'll talk to you guys about it next week. All right, so anyways, I do want to push everybody peace. Montane, I'll talk to you guys later, and goodbye.